Today's episode is brought to you by Mazars. SoundCartel. If you want people to buy from you and talented employees to join your business, you need a reputation that's attractive to them. Conversely, if you have a bad reputation, your business will inevitably struggle. From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. So how do you improve your company's reputation? Well, brand communication and reputation specialist Ros Weadman has written a book which examines just that. It's called Enhance Your Reputation: How to Build a Brand People Want to Work For, Buy From and Invest In. Ros explains to Chris Ashmore that there's a tangible return on investment by enhancing a brand's reputation.
You tend to have a better ability to attract and retain higher quality staff. You have higher perceived value. So as a result of that, you can charge premium prices for your products and services. You have more power for negotiating better finance terms or that kind of thing. And interestingly, in times of crisis, you're more likely to have the benefit of the doubt by stakeholders. Building a strong and positive brand reputation has never been more important.
Now, in your book, you say character is the heart of reputation. What do you mean?
Well, I think whether you're a person or an organisation, character really goes to the heart of a person's integrity and how that plays out in their intentions and their language and their behaviour. We all trust people who have good intentions and do what they say they're going to do. And similarly for businesses, we also trust businesses that deliver on their brand promise. So in effect, do what they say they're going to do. So when that congruence and that alignment is there, then that trust is built and that goes to good character, because people are assessing character, whether it's on your digital footprint or whether it's in person, an inherent character will come out.
Well, how then does a business owner build a brand with a great reputation?
Yeah, well, Chris, what I recommend is what I call a process of strategic brand alignment. But in effect, what that means is you really do need to align and integrate your organisational culture, in other words, your vision and your purpose and your beliefs and values, into the other brand defining dimensions of the organisation, which include your corporate communications, your customer experience, and your corporate citizenship. Because your culture, your beliefs and values are what the organisation thinks about things, and that identifies its intentions. Your corporate communications are what you're saying in your marketing messages, so that's what you say. And then customer experience is what you do. And corporate citizenship is what you give. So if you can think, say, do, and give in alignment, when there's a really straight line of sight between those four business dimensions, that consistency really builds trust. So what you need to do is embed your beliefs and values, bring them to life through your marketing messages and your customer touch points, and then faithfully deliver on those through the customer experience. And also corporate social activities are aligned with that. And that over time will build a great reputation, because that consistency builds that trust and credibility.
What does this look like then? Do you have any examples of any companies that have built a great reputation?
Yeah, look, there are many companies with a great reputation, Chris, and I must say one of the things they have in common is that strategic brand alignment. And some of the top companies have all, apart from having a great product service, they've also very much got their purpose embedded within their marketing messages. And companies, things like Lego, they've got a vision to be a global force for learning through play. It's not just about building blocks, but they're kind of thinking bigger picture about what they're wanting to achieve beyond just selling Lego product. Companies like Patagonia, we're in business to save the planet, and they are very much congruent with their mission as well as how they live their values, and that plays out in the product service that they deliver. Companies also like Who Gives a Crap, that sells toilet paper. It donates 50% of its profits to help build sanitisation and toilets in countries where there are problems, and a lot of up to 500,000 children a year are dying from diseases because they don't have proper toilets. But, you don't have to be a big business to be able to create a positive ripple effect and be purpose-driven. I know many, many small businesses that are doing fantastic work. And one in particular is a painting company. Now, it's great at what it does, but they've got a great public spirit. They're very community-minded. The two female co-owners are already trailblazing a path for women in a male-dominated trade industry, but they're also out there mentoring young girls in schools and linking in with local sports clubs. So they're going beyond what they just do as a product or service. They're giving as well, and that's really where their beliefs and values are coming to life.
Well, they're good examples, but how does a business who may well be doing good, how do they project that to the market though? How do they have their potential market find out what they are doing and what they believe?
People are really concerned about false information, fake news, that kind of thing. So one of the critical things businesses can do is actually be a trusted source of information to their employees, to their customers, put out accurate, transparent, reliable, unbiased information, and do that regularly because people want to understand what the brand stands for and emotionally connect with them just beyond buying that product or service. The other thing that brands can do is to humanize their brands, cut through that white noise by applying a relatability lens over the marketing collateral, making sure that marketing collateral is accessibly written and having a simple message and being relevant to people's lives today. Another thing people can do is to prioritise communication. It's amazing how many people don't actually communicate very well with their customers. And interestingly, when you don't communicate, you're still communicating because every telephone call you don't return or every email you don't return is still sending a strong message. So I would just, really prioritise communication internally and externally.
And how do you get everyone in your business to be on board and involved with that?
One of the things I do with all my clients and I've done with myself is create a manifesto, a brand manifesto. Because some of these statements around purpose and vision and values are a little bit dry on their own. They're kind of listed in this laundry list of things. And what does it all mean? Well, if you can kind of bring it all together in a brand manifesto that declares your intention to the marketplace, then people see that as a beacon. You can then start attracting prospective customers and employees who believe what you believe. So that's the first thing I would say. Get those beliefs and values out into the marketplace so that people know what you stand for as a brand. And allow your staff to be brand ambassadors for you. There's a reason that Virgin founder Richard Branson actually prioritises his staff over customers because he knows if he looks after his employees, they're going to look after their customers. And a great customer experience over and over builds trust, builds credibility, and therefore forges a great reputation.
You've touched upon this, but it's always good to do good, but brand credibility, it's good for the bottom line.
It certainly is. Credibility is a big part of establishing trust. And trust is needed for the value exchange to take place. People aren't going to give you their time as an employee. Customers aren't going to give you their money as a buyer unless there's a level of trust. And so that kind of credibility helps build trust. And once that's established, that's going to build that reputation. And as I alluded to earlier, there's real tangible return on investment. So even though reputation is intangible, it really does impact the bottom line.
That was Ros Weadman, brand communication and reputation specialist. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow @BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel. This episode was brought to you by Mazars. To find out more, visit mazars.com.au. That's mazars.com.au. ars.com.au.